All right, so a lot of folks ask, like, what's like farming in Ohio in the winter? It's something different every day. I mean, they say the old adage is, if you're not happy with the weather in Ohio, just wait an hour. But, and that's very true, I think. And that kind of is the same thing with farming. It's like right now we're fixing the irrigation and the fence. I have to fix the fence as well. And tomorrow it may be 20 degrees and everyone's inside cutting cuttings for elderberries and stuff. So I mean, that's the thing about our farm is when we started this farm on Central, we were very intentional about wanting to make sure that we could keep our team going year round. So we have a small core team that, they're 8 to 4 or whatever, 5 days a week during the winter. Sometimes they work 4 days if they're, off a holiday week or something. But we try to keep them with tasks all winter. And so like right now we're weeding strawberries. It's 60 degrees out. It's a little bit spitting rain, but again, rain doesn't hurt anybody. And so they're out doing that. And then, again, the weather's going to drop again. And so we're going to work on something else. Ohio weather does make it challenging to grow in the winter. And not necessarily because it's cold. It's not necessarily cold. Like today is 60 degrees. We deal with more disease than anything in the winter because of just how cold how moist it is. So, I mean, I think the sun came out for a couple hours the other day, but our solar charger, which has a 12-day backup life, literally went bad. Not bad, ran out of battery because it was just so dark and dreary here in Ohio. So that is the biggest thing. Every so often, I'll do hey, was this area of the country any better? And most of the time they have just as much cloud cover as Ohio does. But I will say it's Colorado. Colorado is where it's at if you want to farm in the winter. It's colder, but you don't have the cloud cover, you don't have the moisture, which is going to cause disease. And obviously there's some organic things we can do for that. And we use a lot of bicarbonate, which is actually, I don't know, I think it's baking soda. It's like a form of baking soda we actually use, and it's a very expensive form of that. But that actually helps us keep the disease away, changes the pH of the leaves, and keeps the downy mildew away. But that definitely, downy and powdery mildew is the two diseases we deal with a lot in the winter, as long as sclerotonia, which is called lettuce drop, and literally the plant just drops. So those are some things we deal with. But yeah, the winter is just here in Ohio. And that's the interesting thing is we know by the end of the winter, we typically can get out in the field and harvest all the elderberries and the willows and cut those down, lift some crops. Literally, we've been doing bare root lifting, which is, in the middle of the winter, literally going through and pulling plants out of the field because it's just been dry enough and warm enough. But we know we'll get it done. We're just not sure when. So team just has to, we get together, we watch the weather, we look at the week at a time and just try to figure out what we're going to be doing. Like earlier today, the crew was seeding lettuce and watering lettuce in the greenhouse, getting that planted for the spring. And then we're out this afternoon doing strawberries. So a little bit of everything is a little bit different. And that's what keeps the whole farming game interesting is something a little bit different every day. Unfortunately, my time is predominantly in the office this time of year with all the different paperwork we have to do and ordering and, figuring out new expansion ideas and all of that. I'm just, at the computer most of the time. But I do try to get out because I do enjoy getting outside and making sure the team stays on track and is focused on what they need to.